Stephen A and LeBron. I've never seen a man want another man's attention this bad.
So bad.
If the WNBA isn't paying you properly, as we all know, no one looked at that. But as soon as the OnlyFans looked pretty damn good.
You know what female basketball players make? It ain't shit. Go sell your body, you know what I'm saying?
Stephen A went on his podcast and lied. He called LeBron a liar.
He did.
You said I would have swung on him. This isn't sports entertainment. It probably took you a long time before. You lie every day. Stephen A, you've never been the cool guy.
A corner like thousands of others across the country. It's a place to go if you want to be seen, and to a lot of folks, it's the information center of the neighborhood.
Give everybody the strength and ability to do what they do best, and that's make people laugh.
Everybody want to be famous! Nobody want to put the work in. Our job is to spark somebody else watching us. We might not be ones, but let's not be selfish.
My name is AMON. Say what you want, just spell my name right. To my left, I got my girl Kels in the building.
Hey.
What up?
What up, what up, what up, what up?
To her immediate left, we got Abase in the building. Let me go ahead and give you some of this real quick, man. That's a little nasty already.
None of you can be first, but all of you can be next.
Woo! All right, now that we all we're all formally acquainted.
We've gotten here. We're here.
Everybody knows everybody. Okay. Week after week, man, we super appreciate y'all tapping in, watching, you know what I'm saying, listening, all that. It's really good. We really appreciate it. Do me a favor, hit that subscribe. It really helps the channel grow. And if you're listening on Spotify, you know what I mean, subscribe and drop a comment, whatever, you know what I mean? Stay engaged with us, man. We're going to continue to talk this real shit, you know? If you don't like it, then shit, move on.
Pick another episode.
Move around. Yeah.
Pick another episode. Yeah, we'll do better.
Well, as y'all already know, man, this podcast for Chicago by Chicago.
Shut down.
And, you know, we like to start in Chicago and kind of work our way out.
Yes, we can.
And you know what? Because of our recording schedule, man, we weren't able to give some love to our hometown legend,
Yes.
Chaka Khan.
Ouch.
You know what I mean? Let me go ahead and give her some horns for just being a beautiful
72.
spirit. 72.
72,
It's
I
a
believe.
good looking 72.
It is, though.
Really good
Don't
72.
be creeping on
Well, they still
auntie.
get knocked,
Is she an
man.
auntie or is she a cougar?
5'4", 36C. I don't know what she is.
Did you say 30?
36C.
You know her bra size.
Man, look, I was obsessed with Chaka. She was fine, bro. She was fine for a long time. Like, my only thing with Chaka now is, you know how you got different styles with different eras?
Yeah.
Man, like, her makeup artist never came out the motherfucking 80s. You know what I'm saying? Her makeup artist still in the 80s, bro. She got her looking like an 80s baddie. Like, it's 2025.
You
We
called her
good.
an 80s baddie.
Hey, man, you cannot make everybody put them in the new millennium, man. Sometimes they live great in their space, man.
You know what? She came out there vault when Kanye put her hook on Through the Wire, bro.
Oh, yeah.
It revived her. I'm like, you know
She
what?
came into our world with that, yes.
Basically, you know what I'm saying?
Yes.
So,
She
that's
already had a track with De La Soul. Come on, don't do that to her.
Yeah, but Kanye.
Oh, okay, fine. I'll give it to you. Okay.
Shout out.
Thank you for being a historian musically.
We love you. We love you, Shaka. Appreciate you.
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
I want to just give a
The
few,
dust off that shit.
a few talking points. You know what I mean? That people may or may not have known about the lovely Chaka
let's
Khan,
go.
man. Actually, her name is not Chaka Khan.
Nope.
Okay, she was born
love you
March
anyway.
23rd, 1953.
Even if you cannot stay.
She adopted the name Chaka Khan
want
because she
one
joined
for
the Black
me.
Panthers as a
Here's
teenager.
where you
It's
ought
crazy.
to be.
She was
I
also
just want
discovered by
satisfy You're not
good friend of
mine.
mine, Stevie
I
Wonder.
can't deny you. Don't you
she was
ever
performing
tell
with
me, baby,
Rufus when he discovered it. That was
love me
dope.
now or I'll go crazy.
We
Whoa,
also
whoa,
need to understand that she was the first R&B artist
don't you know
to have a crossover hit featuring a
everything?
rapper. Melly Mel
Whoa,
hit the weights way too
sweet
much.
thing.
But yeah, that happened. You know what I mean? On 1984's I Feel For You. She also got an
Yes,
honorary
you will.
doctorate from Berkeley College of
Okay,
Music.
Chaka.
You know what I'm saying? Like, shout out to Chaka, man. So, you know, again, man, everything dope comes from Chicago. You know, we always say that. Shout out
I
to
wish you were my lover.
shout out to
but you
everybody from
act
Chicago.
so undercover. To love your child my whole life long. Be right or be wrong.
You know what I'm saying?
That's your part.
Yeah, I had to get into that.
Nobody
you
came
know?
to see you, Otis.
Right. Oh my goodness. What a time to be alive in Chicago when Chaka was making the circus. Could you imagine? Like
Totally
being in
same
like a
age.
lounge and like Chaka just shutting it down.
Oh, and she got big wigs. Like, you know, how big hair she has a company for her hair. And a
I didn't know
personal
she,
line.
you know what?
Yeah.
I'm gonna give me a Chaka wig.
Shock the world. Yeah.
Do she look like Nicki to y'all?
Nikki does favor Chaka.
Nicki
a
who?
bit.
Minaj.
Minaj?
Yeah.
I always thought that.
I can see them in a Freaky Friday type of situation.
I definitely pump Nicki too.
Pump?
Getting pumper.
What is going on?
P-H-U-M-P, pump.
What's your name?
Let me give you some
That T.I.
applause for
song.
being honest. Okay.
I love it down here.
You know what? We also, yeah. Our girl, Chicago's own. All right, y'all may or may not know this young lady.
Who's this?
This is a young lady by the name of Jada Thrope.
Oh,
Yeah. I need y'all to get in tune. She's not only a basketball star, but now a bit of a vixen.
Oh, she's a bunny.
Signed to Playboy. Okay.
Yeah.
Now I'm not sure if this is a subscription like OnlyFans,
you got my money.
but historically we know what Playboy is on.
Sexy,
Okay.
sensual.
And you know her IG is crazy. You know,
She's thick. Too.
she's a hooper.
Beautiful.
She's from Simeon. Okay.
Blue and gold.
right.
Shout out Blue and gold.
Her father's legendary basketball coach here in Chicago, Lewis Thorpe.
Shout out.
And you know he passed, I believe, her freshman year. But yeah, beautiful young lady, and you know played at Western, played at K-State, even Delaware. I mean, she's made her rounds.
She's a journey woman.
Yeah, and you know I have a problem. I don't have a problem with what she's doing.
Okay.
But I do have a problem with other women. I'm sure she's received some hate for her provocative pictures, if you will. But how else are women to get paid in that basketball space for women? You know, when you think about what's the 7-foot chick?
Brittany. Oh, Liz Cambridge.
Liz Cambridge.
Millie.
No one looked
The
at her
millionaire Liz
for
Cambridge.
real. You know what I mean? As her post up, you know, her over the shoulder left hook. No one looked at that.
No.
But as soon as the OnlyFans looked pretty damn good.
Tilt.
Right?
Cracking.
So, you know, again, women, I'm assuming, and I don't want to sound like a male chauvinist when I say this,
We are.
but if the WNBA isn't paying you properly, as we all know, maybe some women aren't comfortable with showing their bodies, this, that, and the third. But when you are, is there a problem here? I mean, she even got a deal with Ithaca. She's the first female athlete to get that deal. So
Who?
Ithaca, whatever it is. You know
I
what
was
I'm
like, Ithaca is a place.
Yeah. I'm very ethical.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. I love it. You know what I mean? And big up to her for being from Chicago at the end of the day. But where's that line drawn? Are you going to be a hooper or are you going to be a sex symbol?
First of all the pretty girls come from Simeon. Give me some horns. I want some horns. Okay. Give me the horns. Blue and gold. Yes. I was looking at the comments on her Instagram and on YouTube, and it's like a mixed bag. Even the men. Like, a lot of men seem quite disappointed with her going over to Playboy. The women as well. And when I think about diversifying, like, your income, men show their bodies too. Like, basketball players be in their underwear and, you know, packaged right to the front on GQ or in ads, just the same as women. Now, to your question, what were you actually asking though?
I'm just asking, do you think she gets...
Well, you answered the whole question. Then ask what he's asking.
Yeah,
Did
I answer?
I mean, you know, I'm just looking for an opinion. Do you think it's cool? It's not cool?
Oh, I think it's cool if you can make. Absolutely.
Is this better than OnlyFans because it's Playboy and Playboy has been around forever?
Okay, now that's different. I
You know
will
what I'm saying?
say OnlyFans and Playboy feels to me like I hate to compare like Lexus and a Camry.
You should.
You know, like a Lexus and a Camry, where it's like there's one that has a certain level of class. There's also the articles and the journalism in Playboy is phenomenal. Like, I love their questions. I love.
Yeah, look where you go. That's crazy.
Well, I'm just saying, like,
You still have a subscription to Playboy?
I do not.
Okay.
But I did start following them because of Jada. So yeah, and she's beautiful. And people were comparing her to Lori Harvey because Lori was the cover girl a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah, we don't know how many bodies Jada got, so I'm gonna put Jada above Lori.
What are the bodies have
Lori
to
got a
do?
motherfucking count. You know what I'm saying?
Good call.
You said, was the line blur or was the line stop or drawn between Hooper
OnlyFans
and the
Vixen?
The Vixen world?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, just be a success story, man. If you're gonna do it, do that shit right. You know, like when I get to these pictures and these links, I get to the comments. I'm like, fuck these people talking. I'm going back and see the cheeks and the cleavage and I'm going to see the product again, man. I don't care what y'all say, but for conversation's sake, I have to go see Who cares? You know what female basketball players make? It ain't shit. I made double last year with change to spare. You know what I'm saying? Go sell your body. You know what I'm saying? If that's what you got, the world's buying sex and you selling sex. I don't mean you fucking, so don't take that way. I don't mean you selling coochie or for JJ, none of that shit or blowjobs. If you were, I'd definitely be buying. Look here, get your shit off. Get to the bag. Have you got to get to it? You know, the WNBA has such a low turnover rate, bro. You know what I'm saying? Because not enough teams. So everybody ain't gonna make it. You know, and if you got dreams being a millionaire, the WNBA ain't for you no way. You know what I'm saying? So
That's true.
There we go. Dear Jada, keep doing what you're doing. And guess what? I'll pump her too.
Wait, would you all pose for like Playgirl ever? Like if y'all was still hooping and y'all had an opportunity to be in Playgirl, would you all pose?
Am I married? Is the bag right? What they got me doing? Is the look a zesty look? Because they try to always emasculate a black man. Yeah, I'm cool on that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I'm gonna go with no because like I would rather be my own boss on OnlyFans. If you sign a Playgirl, you're a one-off, right?
That's a different person.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Absolutely.
I get what you're
I'd rather
saying.
make my own content. You know
You
what I'm
did say that you would have.
My
What
answer
was
is
that
yes,
show you
bro.
talking about? You would have an OnlyFans.
I'm on some shit. I'll do it, you know, but like he said, you use Lexus and Toyota or Camry. That's great. I think with OnlyFans, you have options of what the fuck you want to do.
Yeah.
Everything, because I do know someone that actually does like lower leg and feet, and she getting the bag. I know somebody that's doing the other things, and they getting a big bag. How big of a bag do you want? It's up to you now.
Right.
Like I ain't finna be beating my meat on OnlyFans. You know, I ain't finna be doing that shit, but I work out for a reason.
Yeah,
cool.
and I got
You work out for a
reason,
reason.
yeah.
and I gotta assume that more women are definitely logging on to OnlyFans before they go read a Playboy.
That's true.
these hoes can't
That's
read no more.
true. That's true. I was looking at the Playmate of the Year for 2024. I was like, oh, okay. All right.
I ain't looked at Playboy in so long.
That was high school. Like
The last time I saw anything Playboy was like the little special on TV. You have this man, what was the trash was going on in there. Yeah. So hey,
I tried to see what it takes to be a Playboy bunny. I couldn't find much.
like, why would you not capitalize on this woman's sexual liberation? You'd be a fool if you're a woman and you can't get no money and you look good. You got some measurements and curves. You'll be an idiot or moron to capitalize on shit, especially if you ain't got to suck and fuck nobody.
You know
Overtly.
what? I can't take this shit anymore. This has to be a problem. This needs to be addressed, right? Like this is the elephant in the room, and I'm not going to let this show continue with this going on. Abasi, what is going on with you, man? I understand that you went to see LeBron the other day. Is that correct?
All the experience of a lifetime. That what you
I see
referencing
you in
on
here,
March
big
27th?
big Laker energy. Okay,
All day long.
It's like,
you don't have a voice right now. What were you fanning out? What were you doing? I need to know. What happened?
Man-
and then
fanning?
the Bulls end up winning that bullshit game anyway. So
Oh my God,
buzzer
bro.
beater, yes.
tell me about
by
this.
a
man.
pedophile. You know what I'm saying? By a sex criminal. Fuck you, Giddy for the kitties. You know what I'm saying? Dog, it was great, bro. I've been to a few games in my lifetime. I saw Michael Jordan play. I saw Kobe Bryant play. And I finally got to see the King play, the GOAT play, LeBron James. Man, I walked into the arena, bro. You can feel the aura and see the aura around me. I ain't got to go through the metal detectors, bro. They said, look at this bracelet. Just let him in. I said, cool.
Look at the bracelet.
I left the blicky in the car. They got lucky. I ain't start busting that bitch. All the Bulls fans are losers. The first thing I did when I walked in there was look up there to see the batters, make sure they was gone. And they was gone. I got the clap. They're like, what you clapping for? I said, because y'all deserve 6 championships. No way, dog. Y'all fan base is trash, man. To be in there, bro, it was a sea of purple and gold in that bitch. Lakers fans, we are everywhere. I appreciate y'all for standing up. Group I was with, people I was with, persons I was with. People drove from out of town telling their stories how they come to see LA, man. Outside of any game, that's the best game I've ever seen in my life. Outside of any game I've personally been in. You know what I'm saying? I've been in NAIA level, of course, CPS level, JUCO level, D1 level, overseas. But any game I've been in, that game was by far the best game I've ever seen. And you can tell how somebody, one of them ones, Joe, there were 2 auras on the court. 2 people that stood taller than anybody else. And I ain't just pole jocking these people, you know what I'm saying? I ain't no group like that. I'm a hardcore fan, but you know, when LeBron hit the court, bro, you can just see like he moved different, bro. When Luke hit the court, they moved different, dog. And the Bulls ain't put on the show, all this dogging and shit. All the cameras down there. All the Lakers in. Like, but y'all some losers, man. It was great, bro. I only got one regret in the sports world, and that's not being able to see Tom Brady play in person. Another one of my favorites, probably to go to football to me, but it was tremendous, bro. But this Lakers give just a tribute to those that's gonna bury me when I get older. Bury me in these colors.
I mean, it's a little Fly Mitchell in that. You know what I'm saying? I see you the 12s. I mean, look, people. The man is not playing. All right.
I'm in the washroom taking a piss. My man gonna say, them 12s fresh. Why you looking down, my boy?
Hold on, he gonna look over the.
Why you looking down?
Whoa.
I say,
Maybe he saw when he walked in.
Whoa. That's nasty work.
There's never been a time where I've never not washed my hands. I washed my hands, bro, but it took me a while to get in the water. So I'm looking like, man, I don't even know what to do about that shit, bro.
Did you answer him?
I did. I said, I know. You know what I'm saying? Walked out. Now you got on twerking 12 to see LeBron and you get
Oh, was he holding and pointing? No, no. That would be so weird for men.
But you know, you gotta be smart puppet though. Like, no bullshit. When you in them little urinals, you gotta be way up there for all the dick watchers.
Oh no.
Because there was a mock that Moore's event, bro. He was in the bathroom just dick watching like a motherfucker. He was disgusting.
You came out talking about that,
Hell
man.
yeah, dick watching. Get out of here.
Dick watching is a real
He
thing.
was dick watching, bro. I'm going somewhere if I pee on you. You know what I'm saying?
I'm gonna pee on you.
No. I'm so glad to be a woman where the door closes.
Yeah,
Oh, my
man.
goodness.
I mean, broke out the big jewelry. And this ain't it, bro. Let me tell you something, dog. Halftime of the game,
Oh my goodness. He's layered.
bust him down. I bust their ass down, bro. Make sure my dad got to see the game, you feel me? Brought my dad to the game with me. Fresh. They was, hey, when they saw the Mamba skin, LeBron jersey, they really got, this is Mamba skin, bro. They got the hating. I was like, yeah, I'm supposed to win or lose. I want the W. But that's it, though.
Your cologne got stronger as you took the hoodie
Come on
off.
now, this is Chanel.
Like
this is
you
Chanel
feel
blue.
like an orange zest.
Ooh.
It's like a bossy zest coming off
Does
of you
it
right
smell
now. You smell amazing.
Thank you. I
cousin.
appreciate that.
All
You heard
right.
them on?
I don't give a fuck. Hey.
Lakers for life. Lakers in 6.
Hey, so let's stay out west, man.
Chaka Khan, Obi-Wan, the Lakers next to
Our girl Juju, USC,
Oh my goodness.
went down with a
Woo, woo,
torn
Juju.
ACL, and that's super unfortunate. But this is my issue with that. I mean, I know injuries happen, and it actually happens more with women than it does with men, right? And this is a medical fact, so y'all can look that up.
This is true.
The crazy part, this is what I don't like about that, right? Obviously, she got hurt, but NCAA, all right, I beg of thee, they're holding these women hostage for 2 years. She could have been gone last year and been in the league, right? And even though we're not even talking about the money aspect, but just getting to the next level because we all know that she belongs there and should have been there this year.
Mm-hmm.
Holding these kids back for your own profit and gain, it's ridiculous. Some of these guys are ready to leave high school. And if they're not ready, then all right, then you figure it out and do whatever you got to do. But to hold these young ladies for 2 years is crazy. This is a problem.
What are they supposed to do, bro?
I mean, I like the one and done. And if that's what we're left with.
What spot is there for them, though? You see what I'm saying? There's no spot for them. I agree. It's the reason why the men had a straight from high school joint and a one and done joint. There are 30 NBA teams. There's a G League. There was a CBA. There are several overseas options. If you a chick hooping, bro, and this I ain't shooting at you or nobody else, bro, so don't take it like that. You got all these female college players. You got how many WNBA teams? It don't matter. It's not enough. You got how many spots on the rosters? 3 or 4 less than the men. How many? There's no developmental league for the women. You can't go get a two-way.
Oh, there's no G League for the ladies?
There's none for the chicks, not that I know of.
Well, everybody can't go at the end of the day.
True.
That's what it is.
But
So
there's
wait
a
a minute,
pathway for the men that the women don't have access
Absolutely. And it's only so many overseas teams, only so many Americans can go overseas and play. It's not for everybody. And the big names get those. I think the WNBA is kind of smart. It's very pimpy on the collegiate level. They're getting that money for these women. I'm glad they're getting NIL deals now. And the WNBA is keeping a lot of women employed that play basketball or only basketball, keeping them employed for as long as possible. You know what I'm saying? In that role before they shipped out and the next crop of women come in.
Right.
We're talking about.
I don't give a fuck about that. So you mean to tell me, because your business ain't right with the WNBA, I have to suffer and stay in college? Before NILs, I'm stuck there for 2 years, and now I'm hurt. Now I got to rehab, so I'm losing essentially 3 years
Don't
if I
get
get
hurt.
hurt. Well, you don't know if you're gonna get hurt or
Can't
not.
get hurt every day, B. Stop it.
Oh my God. But
Every day.
she's a forward, right? Like it's a 62% chance that she's gonna get that injury.
She's a
Just
forward?
because she's a forward. She plays that position, right? What's her position?
Well, she's an all-around player, but she starts at the shooting guard.
Okay.
That was close, though. It was close. But go ahead, though.
Yeah, but because of her position, she's more likely to get that injury. And you're right, like women do get more injured, like they get that injury at greater percentage.
That's all
She can
fine
come back
and
from
dandy.
it though.
Yeah,
She can come back from it though.
Paige Beckers got hurt. There was no big hoopla. Azizi Fudd, I believe her name is from UConn, got hurt. There was no big hoopla. Olivia Miles, these are 3 gold players I'm naming, bro.
Yeah.
These 3 certified ballers, bro. Got hurt, no hoopla. It was funny to me how Juju got so much attention. It was funny how she got so much attention, but when she got hurt, bro, I turned the goddamn game off. I'm like,
So that's why she got so much attention. No one wants to watch it.
anybody else on that team is not even worth watching. I hope they lose.
My point exactly.
Get USC about it now, because now they're just taking a spot where a better team can go there and give the next team a better fight.
No.
I think Juju's love, people gonna hate me for this. It has a little bit of Caitlin Clark residue all over it because of Caitlin Clark's polarity and her popularity. Those that didn't want to like Caitlin Clark, what she was doing, had to find somebody to rival her. And at that time, it was Angel Reese's, and she could do it in popularity, not in skill. But then that migrated to other people said, well, you know, Angel ain't got what we looking for. And Juju been the thing. But the casual fan discovered the Juju Watkins love train by also being on the Caitlin Clark hate train. You know, so I think that's a reason, a fair point of why she got so much goddamn love. Like a lot of my buddies was calling like, man, my little girl, my daughter crying now, Juju hurt, this, that. But it's all good. It's all good, man. Just, hey, you get hurt, rehab, do what you do. And there's no guarantee she'll be the same.
Exactly.
No.
So I would have loved to have seen her bust Caitlin Clark ass her first year, last year,
Bust her ass.
on the court.
I mean, like, ooh. Yeah,
You don't think that's possible?
Juju,
anything's
Juju
possible.
definitely giving Caitlin that work.
And Caitlin not giving it back to her?
That's not what I said. I said Juju's
asked
giving
the
that
question. I
work.
didn't say you said anything. I asked the question.
Can Caitlin hoop? Yes. Will she get her shit? Yes. But would it be good for television and for their
Absolutely.
league? Yes.
Absolutely.
So
You know what
now,
I'm
so
saying?
now we're going to get a watered down Juju.
I
Unfortunately.
also wanted to see,
I don't know about that though.
you could be right. I also wanted to see if Juju would get the same hate from the legendary female ball players that Caitlin got. And if she didn't, it was only one reason. It's because she was black. I'm going to fucking say it. Cheryl Swoops talking all that shit. I always thought it was because Caitlin was white. I always thought it. A lot of people said, well, she not this, she not that. Yes, she is. She's definitely that. You can't, that's like when people was hating on Larry Bird at first because he was white. No white boy can play like that. You watch a white boy literally play like that. And get your favorite, I say Negro League players, your favorite motherfucking black players, the business. That was just, hey, that was a long time ago, bro.
Yeah.
A long time ago, dog. But hey, man, we gonna see, bro. If it never happens to come to fruition, guess what?
So where are you at with is it what's his name, Jayden?
With Miss Regina Jackson?
Yeah. So
Yeah, Jayden Daniels' mama.
So those who don't know, Jayden and Juju,
We're talking.
we're talking,
In the
sitting
stands.
next to each other,
Just sitting next in the stands, watching the game.
looking like a good conversation. You know, hey,
Two
I'm-
players talking.
Hey, I'm Jayden. Hey, I'm Juju.
Two young thoughts talking.
Hey, I got NIL money. Hey, how'd you do this? Yeah, it just looks really casual. I don't know if they had exchange numbers or anything. The next time that the camera pans that way,
Oh, his mother.
the momager
Well, yeah, there you go. Boom.
right in between them,
Her body language was not having it.
Juju was not happy. It was weird. So with that, no one said anything about her getting in between them and protecting her son, because in her mind, she was protecting her son.
Her investment.
Oh, I did hear that though.
Okay,
Yeah.
fair. I didn't hear it. I'll say
Okay.
I
Didn't
didn't
hear
hear
what?
That she was doing that to protect her son.
She's been on this. She's been at the stands.
Yeah.
Okay. So, well, I'll say this. Not gonna say I didn't hear it. I'll say it wasn't made a big deal the way that they made the big deal over LeBron protecting Bronny.
So you're making comparison between this mom sitting in between this couple and
They're a couple
LeBron this pair, this two people, right? And LeBron approaching Stephen A. Smith in person. That these are two parents
Mhm.
that are protecting their children, but the media or the public has a preference either for a mother protecting her son or just hating on everything LeBron does.
There you go.
Did I get it right?
You got it right.
Okay.
Pretty good. I mean, I think people saying she could have did it a different way. Why she do it? This, that. Juju already famous. Why she got to protect her son from Juju? I'm looking like, well, if you want a pocket watch, Juju's worth about I think between $500,000. She getting NIL money. Jayden Daniels and his mama, his manager mom, they managed to get a deal for $2.2 million a year every year he was in college. Okay, that's a lot of money. Cool. His rookie contract is guaranteed. He got a signing bonus. I think about 85-90% of shit is guaranteed. I think she did the right thing. You don't take chances in today's world. All right, Juju 19, Jayden 24. It's not a big age difference, but guess what though? It's not a good look. In a society where everybody's judged in the court of public opinion, that's something she should have did. You know who we ain't heard from? Juju parents. They ain't got a problem with it. Jayden ain't fucking complaining. Plus, the only people really complaining is the talking heads. We got nothing else to talk about but somebody else's parenting skills. We don't. That mom protect her investment. She can fucking do that, bro. And I thought it's funny. I think it's spot on but hilarious. When a woman tell you, watch out for women if you got money and you're a man, I'm gonna listen to her.
Fair, but we don't even know if Juju likes men.
Oh wow.
Let's be honest.
You know, that's true.
There's a lot of things. There's a lot of unknowns. There's a lot of unknowns. I think for me, the wild part is reading the conspiracy theories about the connection between Juju's injury and this incident with the mother. Like she put some spell or did some ritual that, you know, brought injury on this young woman. And I'm like, we just reach for absolutely anything.
I mean, that's some hellified hate. You know, we know that women don't like women, but that's a little extreme. That's
extreme.
It's
It's extremely extreme. But would I have done that? If I was worried about the optics or concerned about the optics, absolutely. You know, would I have been a bit smoother? Like shot a text message, like come, you know, do blah, blah, blah. I probably would have finessed it because I know I don't want to be in the center of the conversation as well. Like if I know how media works. And so from looking at her body language where she was kind of like, she looked like she was with the shits. Like she was just like, like she had just finished like, her purse was right here and I'm looking at her shoulders. I'm like, oh, I know that mom position. Like, we not finna do that. We not doing none of that. You see that? We ain't doing this.
We not
doing none of that. You know, so I've been that mom, so I get it, and you don't really care when cameras are around because this is your kid.
But what if Juju doesn't seem like a bad catch?
You don't know her.
I mean, you also don't know if it was more about how he was being seen.
Okay, cool, right? But if I'm Jayden or Jayden's mom or the parent, I would rather it be a woman that already has her own. Right, who doesn't maybe look at Jayden like a check.
Oh, like a peer, like a
maybe like
we're equals.
Like I understand what you're going through. Like I'm in the limelight, you're in the limelight. I'm an athlete, you're an athlete. Like, there are a lot of parallels there. Is all I'm saying.
Yeah.
So you really saying something I had to get on my nephew case about, not calling you my nephew or nothing like that, or the age range. But I say it's very stupid of you in 2025 to act like a woman with her own money won't take another motherfucking man's money. You won't go from a man that got more money.
Oh, because
Come on, family. That's not even thing. I don't give a fuck what Juju got, bro. It's just a thing out here. Yeah. Good job, mom.
Have y'all moms ever cock blocked?
Yeah.
Y'all moms like run up and
No, I think my mom tried to set me up a couple times, but not cock blocked.
Your mom was trying to set you out.
Yeah, set me out. Yeah.
Bro, when back we had the house phones, the long ass cord, you be on the phone on the porch. Cord as long as hell through the whole house. You see the crib, the whole crib, bro. Hey. Or late night be on the phone, quarter phone, two phone, one upstairs, one downstairs. Mama answers the phone ring, I get on the phone, it's a certain person, right? My mom picked the other line talking about some, is this so-and-so? Is this so-and-so every time? Random names. I don't even know no Angelique. Fuck are you talking about, mama? That's some cop blocks. All because she like one girl.
Yeah.
Wow.
All because she like one girl. That's how you know, mama. It's cool. It's cool. Huh?
Hilarious.
Shout out to Regina Jackson. We're not sorry. We're happy you did what you did, man. Protect your son. Protect your investment. That boy got a mother and a father. They raised that young man. He don't get in trouble. He got to the bag. He can get more bag. And anybody else, all you brokies comment, all you motherfucking, you know, this, that. Get out everybody else's parenting closet. Get out black folks parenting chat again. We have to go back here again, though. Get out our group chat as black parents. Let us do what the fuck we want to do, man. For real. Let's just get to it. Y'all don't want to whoop y'all kids. Y'all give y'all kids timeouts. Y'all kids grow up different. Y'all ain't talking about white people, Latino, Spanish, others. Y'all grow up different, bro. Black folks, we got to raise our babies differently because we're treated differently and viewed differently in society. Period.
Yeah, I'm not mad at her practing his image. You know, none of that. You know, we do what we do as parents.
Absolutely.
Well,
hey, I hear that too, bro.
You just pumping everybody.
Hey, this show is 4 for 4.
Oh
five. Nah, Juju, you got to grow up first. Yes, I'm 4 out of 5.
She's 19. You know what I'm saying?
Hey,
we're not gonna get back in that. We're not going there.
I'm not on it, but I understand. I understand.
They came for you.
Hey, I said what I said back
feel
then.
for you.
Well,
hey, Jayden Daniels put the Juju on Juju.
No.
Hey, y'all lady said, do the stanky land, do the stanky land. I said, oh,
that
shit,
is
baby.
so bad.
Hey, dog, I'm gonna tell you something. She wouldn't even done a follow yet. I was like, click.
No.
I'm out of here. I'm out this bitch. Bye. Hey, UConn, Final Four. UConn, South Carolina. I think it'll be Final Four. South Carolina's struggling for some reason. To have that many McDonald's All-Americans, bro, they're struggling, bro. It's interesting.
Definitely think UConn's going.
Don't watch these play until the Elite Eight.
Bossy's here now. I've been waiting. We halfway in. Pause.
Oh, my
That was disgusting. That was really disgusting.
I like it though.
You know? Oh God.
Watch these monsters, though, man. Look at my fucking. And then got the nerve to play some of these women games while the men's games on. Are you fucking kidding me? Get the fuck out of my face. That's an easy. Nope.
Just get the screen and screen.
Can we do this?
Well, no. Well, yes. Maybe.
Not sure.
I don't know.
Your screen being by basketball is wild.
Phone, TV. But one put on PlayStation on there, bro. I gotta have my video game on while ball game is on. So I have a long ass timeout. Dog, do you know how long timeouts actually are, bro? I be forgetting until I go to a real game. TV be like a minute. It be 5 minutes longer than the real game. You like, goddamn.
Oh.
That's why players get hurt right there. Too long of time between.
All right. You know,
Oh my goodness.
We out like Juju. Next subject.
some things happened this past week. And if you've been under a rock, Stephen A and LeBron. Okay. I like to call him SAS for short. Stephen A. Smith.
You're right.
Okay.
You didn't give him a nickname.
Yeah, because he's acting very sassy. I've never seen a man want another man's attention this bad.
So bad.
It's ridiculous. But just quick backstory, obviously, everybody know about LeBron confronting him. Then LeBron goes on Pat McAfee. And, you know, very candid, great conversation. An hour, I believe, in 19 minutes, right?
Tremendous interview.
And he addressed all of the things. And I absolutely loved it. And I want to start here. And after that, Stephen A. went on his podcast and lied. He called LeBron a liar.
He did.
And Stephen A., I've already said this publicly on here, on social media. You do not speak for the culture.
At all.
And this is the reason why. You said that you don't lie to your audience. He said, I don't lie to y'all.
You do.
Well, actually, you lied.
All the time.
You said that he wasn't at Kobe's funeral. Lie.
He was.
Mm-hmm.
You said that you've never brought up some things about LeBron. Lied.
You didn't support Dwayne Wade.
Lied.
Lied.
You know, the lies just went on and on throughout this entire podcast. And then he doubled down on it on First Take. which is fucking ridiculous, right? Now, I do understand entertainment and I do understand media. And I do understand that there's an entertainment value that comes with Stephen A. Smith, right? But you said you don't get personal. Another lie.
It started because it was personal.
When you, as a journalist, you said I would have swung on him if he would have touched him, yada, 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 right? First of all, Stephen A., no one even said anything about fighting you. Right? So this lets me further know that you've never sat at the cool table, right? So because you got $100 million, you really feel like you are in the locker rooms. You really feel like you're on SportsCenter Top 10. Stephen A., you got to relax. Just be a good journalist. Why are you so concerned and so engulfed in this man's life? Then he had the nerve to say, well, he's mad because I won't call him the GOAT. This is the biggest ego trip I've ever heard.
Yeah, man.
Who gives a fuck if you think Jordan is the GOAT and he's not? You think LeBron gives a fuck about what you think? You are not the Bible. You're not the Holy Grail.
Get off there. Cook.
This shit is ridiculous, bro.
Cook.
And then LeBron said, yeah, he's probably going to sit on his couch and he's happy I said something about him, eating ice cream in his tidy whities. He goes on his podcast and responds to everything and says, yeah, well, I don't wear tidy whities. I'll let you figure that out. You inviting this man to your midsection?
Your man region?
What are we doing? What are we doing, Stephen A? ESPN, what are we doing? At what point do you reel your dog back in? Okay? This isn't sports entertainment. Okay?
What is it?
This should be journalism. This should be sports journalism, right? Stephen A. has now turned himself into a daily reality show.
Okay.
Yeah.
And this is a problem. And no one calls him on his bullshit. He says, oh, well, he could have called me. Who the fuck are you? He don't have to talk to you. You mad because he don't talk to you. Because you think you're that fucking cool. Stephen A., newsflash.
Cook, bro.
You've never been the cool guy. You're the guy who got the money
cooking.
And now you want to be cool. It probably took you a long time before you had women. Okay, since you want to get personal out here in these streets.
Come on.
All right. I don't know you personally, but I do know the way that you portray yourself in front of those cameras daily and on your podcast. You lie every day, and you have to recant your statements, and you have to apologize. And a lot of times you don't even apologize. You just say, "Well, I really didn't say that. This is what I meant." Come on, Stephen A, own it. I'm done. I can't. This dude here is ridiculous, man.
I have nothing to follow that up with. This boy drama is wild to me.
Boy drama.
I thought that's why he had his podcast, so he could be a little bit more open.
And that's fair.
And then his daytime show with ESPN is where he can,
First
you know. So by percentage, how much of his time do you think he spends on LeBron conversations that has nothing to do with actual journalism? Like, what would you say?
I can't say that, but I know LeBron been in the league 22 years, so the last 22 years, he spent a portion of his day every day because he has to, thinking about LeBron, concocting stories, making up subjects that are palatable to the Jordan fan base, the basketball world, and those that can give a fuck about anything else just to listen.
So he's pandering.
LeBron's been the man for a long time, you know. Like Scoop told us at 16th Street, they have them meetings every morning. Shout out to Scoop Jackson, man. Friend of the show, bro. Got to come back, bro. We bigger and better now, man. We love to have you again.
Shout out to Scoop.
He about to kick me on my chair.
Nah, man, he say they had them meetings, man, and they tell you what you gonna talk about. Even Stephen A reference, he said, I don't want to talk about this LeBron thing. ESPN said, no, you gonna talk about it, fam.
Oh.
Shout out to the King, bro, for continuing to feed these journalists and talking heads year after year after year. He gave them, in an hour, 12 minutes, he gave them enough material to last us to the playoffs and probably during the whole summertime. I've never seen a grown man publicly drown like I'm watching Stephen A drown right now because he wants to get the last word. Bro, LeBron talked about you for 4 minutes. You went on next 2 days, hour after hour after hour. Man, look here. And the classic narrative switch was disgusting, as he mentioned. It was disgusting. You know, it started because LeBron felt all we can gather from watching. We're not on the inside, you know, so we don't know we're on the outside looking in and getting information from whatever sources we have. You question this man's fatherhood. He didn't like that. He approached you about it. Boom, boom, boom. He said, hey, man, my son play ball. The criticism is fair. But once you get inside the household, it's a problem. Here goes Stephen A. Well, I want to talk about the father in California, talk about the father at the Staples Center. Bro, he's the same father. Crypto arena, yeah. Man.
He was man-mathing.
Yeah, you know. My timeline for the arena stops at Kobe, bro. For real, no bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Stops at Kobe. Like when I buried Kobe, I don't really talk about him no more. Something's mom fresh as mama skin jersey, this motherfucker. Look at me, boy. Stop playing with me. Yeah, so many things could have went differently. I lost my train of thought now, man. But LeBron's been feeding everybody for a long time. Continue to do that. He gave him 4 minutes. Stephen A's keep going on and on and on. He's going to see what it is to be the face of ESPN. Now they gave it $100 million for a reason. You forgot that every day and motherfucker beat this dead horse. No matter how you got to spin it, you got to keep talking about it. And there's nothing to talk about. You were wrong. You're wrong again. And now because the players see you wrong, he's complaining about that too. Other players not talking to me. Pat Bev, Draymond. And then it was a weird ass conversation going around about why did LeBron choose Pat McAfee? Why didn't he go on Shannon Sharp? Well, because Shannon, in my opinion, Shannon and Steve are co-workers. Don't put a split between them. That's professional. Plus, it's also super petty.
Conflict of interest, yeah.
Because outside ESPN, outside of Stephen A. Smith, Pat McAfee's that dude on the two shows.
Fair.
That thing right there, though. But then it became a for the culture thing,
race thing.
Right? Why did he give it why did he give it to knuckleheads? Shout out to Q and Darius. Why did he give it to All the Smoke, Matt and Captain Jack, Stack Jack? I forgot to say it, yo. All these podcasts, he could give them and elevated them. Why does he have to do that? The man created a podcast platform for everybody to get on. What more? How much more can you put on to that? I said it so many shows ago. LeBron's a put on king. They don't want to give the man the credit. Put his friends on, family on, his old neighborhood on, community on. It's just too much, man. Stephen A., you'll never be that motherfucker. You'll never be him. So stop trying. Enjoy your $100 million ESPN. Enjoy it, bro. You earned it. Matter of fact, I think Stephen A's underpaid.
They gave Pat the $100 million before they gave it to him.
I think
so. Are you really that guy?
He is, bro. He is.
But here's what I'm saying.
I'm not gonna take up for him. I'm not gonna drop him either. But bro, he's that guy there. He do so much work. But you should relate to this. You can only spread yourself so thin. Pause. So thin, bro. You do a lot. You've been doing a lot. He does a lot, bro. Because outside of Stephen A. Smith, I don't see nobody our complexion really tuning in to, we like Scott Van Pelt, but he comes on too late. All the faces and voices that we love growing up, Rich Eisen, what's my man name? Stuart Scott. We like Max Kellerman. They all pretty much gone. They go come on super early. We get up for work and shit like that. Stephen A carries this shit all day. All day.
I want to speak to also how strategic LeBron is. I've said this since he was prepping his son for this media spotlight, giving his son's high school team a reality show on Prime for 2 or 3
Good
seasons.
job, father.
Right? He put him in position.
Over cameras following.
Right? LeBron has created several platforms. He didn't even have to go to Pat McAfee. He could have did
he
that
owns
on
his own production company
Exactly.
too.
Right?
Makes his
So
own movies.
when I talk about when you talk about being strategic, absolutely it was on purpose that he went to Pat McAfee. Because Pat McAfee doesn't cover
didn't need it. He didn't
basketball.
need it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So like for the people to say, well, he could have went here, he didn't have to. This was strategic, letting Stephen A know, hey bro, I don't fuck with you.
Yeah, I can move all the way around you.
On
or
any
anybody
level.
that rocks with you.
You know what? My fault, dog. Like I said, it's one little small thing. The man said for years, I don't have a problem with LeBron James. All of a sudden, I never like LeBron James. Fam, you a two-faced snake. At least, if you're going to be a liar, at least be consistent. I've always preached consistency. I said to all of my social media platforms, here, I appreciate consistency. I don't care if you trash consistently or great consistently. Consistency is the key. Now you're inconsistent, and it's several tales that you're drawing. You're lying, you're switching narratives, and just do a whole bunch of shit that's really, we didn't know you had in you. I don't know you.
Is he tainting sports journalism for you all?
No, it's a dirty game. You got to play ball. You got to play ball with the players. You have to be liked by the players and the owners to get, because what makes Woj special? Nothing. What makes Windhorst special? Nothing. What makes Sharms, who came out of nowhere, special? What makes these guys special? It's like Anthony Mackie said, you have to be tapped for that success.
Oh.
You have to be tapped to get in that role. Dude.
I mean, you have so many different outlets to get information from.
Right.
Right? ESPN for the longest was the one place if you weren't picking up an ad or whatever, right?
Right.
Yeah.
With podcasts
Yeah.
and people creating their own space, you can get it straight from the horse's mouth. So
Straight from the player, straight from the coach. Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? So like, I love it. I just think that at the end of the day, LeBron plays the game better than most. And he's always playing chess. Period.
Y'all so on point. You know what y'all just did? Y'all just highlighted, I think, the real reason why he did that. There's an ongoing recent beef between the talking heads on TV and the talking heads in the podcast space because they're former athletes. The old guard want to keep their power. They see everybody maneuvering themselves toward people that actually played the game. And it's very entertaining. It's unfiltered. There's no FCC like that.
Yeah,
It's crazy. LeBron might be the weight, boom, that tips the scale. Seriously.
That's actually, I can see that. I could definitely see that. Because before, to be a sportscaster, right? It was kind of an honor to get
you had to go through the ranks. You had to go through the ranks
to become somebody that can sit behind a microphone. Now, now all of a sudden, like that's the whole team is former athletes. I mean, they didn't go through all that press, training for nothing. I think many of them also are business people themselves. They make great commentators with an inside ability to recall stories that a sports journalist can only have a third party eye, on relationships that they have with stories. Like it's just a much richer conversation, definitely. And I actually follow a couple of them. I can't name none of them, but that's needed. I'm here.
Hey, so what if this ends up like
that's how I get replaced on the 3-man weave.
Funny.
Yeah.
What if this ends up being a John 50 type shit? Because ESPN ratings are slowly lowering.
You're dropping?
Yeah, and it's a noticeable spike after, not spike, a decline, a reverse spike. You know what I'm saying? Bro, it'll be like a 50 John type shit, bro.
It could be, right? But I mean, I doubt LeBron continues to engage, right?
He been killing himself.
He doesn't have to do much. He doesn't have to do much.
At this point, he just trolling him now, bro.
And so if you think about it, right, to your point, Kels, when you talk about a richer conversation, everybody wants to hear from a LeBron James, right? A podcast piece, a Draymond Green, right? Because they're going to speak on it. They're not going to duck the smoke. They're going to address it. And now you can hear it from them. Whereas if I'm being interviewed by Stephen A on ESPN after the game, there's only so much that I can say.
Yeah, it's being controlled.
He can formulate the questions and now I have to respond. And I have to dumb myself down and move on. It's great.
Yeah. Yeah, I love
Rate
it.
the interview, bro. Rate the show, the segment. A to F.
Oh, Pat McAfee?
Yeah.
Oh, that was A.
Rate LeBron's responses, bro.
That was A.
You see the clarity they had in between each question and the discussions and between each topic, bro. It was smooth. I ain't gonna jock the music though, because we do that, you know what I'm saying? It was great, man. The timing was fucking perfect, bro. I haven't seen an interview that good in a long time. I think the first time they did they had Magic and Bird sit down and talk to each other. I forgot what it's called, but that was beautiful.
And it was unfiltered because they were streaming it live. So
it wasn't edited.
It wasn't edited. That was the whole purpose. He called it the LeBron vacation.
LeBron-versation?
LeBron
What
vacation.
the fuck you just say?
This man just put up
LeBron vacation.
LeBron revocation?
It's a club. LeBron revocation.
Yeah. That was the hashtag. You know what I'm saying? Because I've always wondered, like, why the fuck do they cuss so much? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
On ESPN, but when they do it live on the YouTube, then they do the edit, and then you get the edited version on ESPN.
Yeah, being in media is interesting because you realize you control the narrative, the angle, who's the hero, all of the things, right? Like what area you want to focus on, what you want to leave out, who you give honors to, who you completely, discredit. It's really, you're quite powerful in influencing what people receive on a daily basis. So just think about, the people that don't get talked about because, he's kind of, would you say he's obsessive about LeBron at this point?
Absolutely.
About half the basketball world is old and new. Old and new. You can't help when you're that polarizing, but you know what else is polarizing? The same day LeBron was slapping Stephen A around, Bronny almost hit 40 on them hoes. Yeah, no Bronny slammed in here, baby.
You better know it. That's my dog. That's my dog. Went for 39.
39, spicy. You know what? I appreciate the way he dedicates himself to his craft like his father because he was upset he missed a technical free throw that would have gave him 40. I say, man, that's a motherfucker that really wanted it. We like that. Y'all get this Bronny James jersey next week.
Have y'all noticed this, though? Since LeBron stood in front of Stephen A to protect his son.
Why you got to put it in air quotes?
Because people don't see it.
Oh.
Right? Shit is bullying, yeah.
Bronny has been a little bit more free, a little bit more vocal, a little bit more confident, right? So that's what a father does, people. Okay,
Man in the house.
He pours into you and gives you the confidence that he already knows you have. Just because you don't know him doesn't mean he doesn't have it. He knows his son.
Stephen ain't got no daddy. I don't even know this to be true, but I'll say that.
I think he grew up in a house full of women.
It's probably so.
To be true. to be fair.
Shout out to sister, y'all raised a good woman. Shout out.
So
what's going on?
He goes and scores 39, right? Because now he knows he's protected, he's safe, right? And I think people discredit how important a father is. I don't give a fuck if your father's a billionaire or if your father's on welfare. To know that your father has your back gives you wings.
Like Red Bull?
Like Red Bull, baby. You know what I'm saying? Think about it.
Red Bull pack?
Yeah.
The Red Bull pack is crazy, bro.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Bro. You
see your father on the porch and you out there scrapping with somebody, you see him. Oh, shit.
Oh, yeah.
I got to get busy now.
Yep, facts,
right?
Bro. Facts.
You know what I'm saying? You see your father in the stands. Oh, he's here. I got to get busy now. It's almost like you show out for your pops.
Yep.
Because he knows the work that you put in, right? And sometimes you may be a little timid to let that wolf out, that lion. Yeah.
Also just mentally, like even though he was prepared with the cameras, there still is the conversation that you can't mimic.
True.
Like you've seen your father be talked about and talked to, but also your father has an amazing wife behind him, right? So your dad being able to stay grounded, he has a whole tribe that he's grown up with over these generations. And now you're a part of that, but now you kind of need that for yourself. So
you ever get whooped in front of your pops, bro?
Negative.
That must be
only
you got whooped in front of your dad?
No, only with my brothers. Only with my brothers. Right? And then I'll be like, yeah, well, he ain't gonna let him whip me too long, so I just get all kinds of strips. So Haven, fuck you. Okay? I got two W's against that big motherfucker. And that's because I was quick and Pops was around the corner. You know what I'm saying?
I ain't never got spanked on the court in front of my pops. I ain't never got whooped in front of my dad in a fight. I'm happy. Who has to feel the worst in that situation? Though? If you're a father watching your son fight, he say, yeah, my son, he got, that's my DNA. He go out there and get whooped. How does that make you feel, bro? But I can forgive the court. Things happen. You know what I'm saying? Hey, but see your son in a scrap and get meleeed, bro?
You got to take him to the gym immediately. I'm going to get you some hands and I'm fucking you up.
What's that conversation? That's old school. What's that conversation after you bring your son home and give him the bad days and ice pack, tell his mama, your mama, hey, go talk to your son.
Like physically got beat up?
Yeah, he got beat up.
Well, son, you're not me.
No.
And we're gonna fix this.
Gonna work on
So
it.
this is dad talking, right?
Yeah.
As a mother, your husband come home saying your son's got beat up. What do you tell the son?
Where were your sisters?
Damn, that's where you go to?
Yeah, I got 3.
That's true.
I'm definitely going like where your sisters was at. You know, like
They was gonna get whooped too, because that, that girl
If
power
they
ain't
don't
enough.
go whoop 'em, Joe, it's over with.
Hey man, they supposed to form like Voltron. Like, I don't care what gender is out the door. Like everybody's scrapping. Like no man left behind. No G left behind.
Since this is still March Madness,
March Madness.
okay, I thought it would be cool to think about that you've seen in your lifetime. Okay, think about what in your lifetime. Okay,
Okay.
I know you're ready.
Okay,
I
I'm
know
like,
you're ready.
wait,
Okay?
what are the rules now? You got your
So
notes. Wait, where my notes at?
what is
You
that?
proud of me?
Oh,
I use my notes this time, bro.
Good. I'm gonna start with players, right?
Okay.
Players that had breakout performances in the tournament.
I
Okay.
saw your point,
That's
bro.
so specific.
It is, right?
I don't have that.
I know that's fine.
Damn.
We'll get to the teams. I remember
You ass crazy, man.
Wake Forest and Randolph Childress
Children, bro.
was killing,
Wasn't it?
and he crossed over before the step back was called the step back, made my man fall, pointed at him, cashed in. That was the first time I've ever seen
Respect it,
somebody fall, point, cash.
Do we know who that dude was to this day?
I don't. I don't. Right? And that got replayed for years.
Ever.
Right?
Ever.
I think next on my list would be Steph Curry with what he did with Davis.
Obviously, bro.
Right? You heard whispers while he was killing. Then in the tournament, I knew it was real when they showed LeBron in the stands. And Steph Curry was exactly
Berserk.
who they said he was.
He was just a line chef then. He wasn't the head chef. He was a line chef.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Next for me, and this will be my last one, Melo. Melo was killing all season, but Melo was mellowing in that tournament.
He kept doing what he was doing then.
Exactly. But the point is, a lot of players get to the tournament and those lights are too
heavy
bright
for him, too
and they
big,
don't
yep.
show up.
Yeah.
Right?
Mentally breaking
Yeah,
down.
he was killing. You know what I'm saying? Those would be my 3 that come to mind, that just stand out for
What's
me.
on your list?
Look here, let's go. I'm gonna get the little man some love, bro. Kimball Walker 2011, bro,
Ooh.
in the tournament. So he had cats in the blender all tournament. He had I think he hit 30, 31 to 36. He was in the 30s a couple times in the tournament, bro. And he went all the way to the championship, bro. He culminated killing folks with a motherfucking a toast at the top. That's cool. I gotta go back to 89. When I first started really watching March Madness, I didn't know who Glenn Rice was. Man, he had the heat of cooking, bro. Cooking. I think he's going to 2nd or 3rd most points over 4 or 5 games in history.
The 2nd or 3rd?
2nd or 3rd most points.
Okay.
It could be 1st, it could be wrong. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to talk about Dome with this one, though. That's basketball knowledge, y'all. You can't fake the culture. You see what I'm saying? Steph
I don't know
Curry,
why you had to
obviously.
say all that.
No, I ain't talking about you, bro.
Okay.
Steph Curry, obviously, right? We knew D-Wade could hoop. We knew in 03, though, when he went to the tournament, bro, and got the triple-double, we was like, yeah, he one of them ones. That solidified him as a lottery pick, period, at Marquette. I think he broke Doc Rivers' record, too, though. Shout out to Glenn Doc Rivers, man. Cool. And then, last 2. Nobody watches the Army. Nobody gives a fuck about the Army football or basketball or baseball.
This is true.
Nigga, David Robinson hit these motherfuckers 50 in the first round, bro. I mean, who is this long-ass Zesty Gazelle running down the court, man? I always say it,
Zesty
man.
Gazelle.
Zesty Gazelle running down the court with Southpaw just getting buckets, bro. And last, recipes to Hank Gathers, but Bo Kimball hit for 45. 45 points, 18 rebounds in one of these rounds. A bunch of rebounds in one of these rounds, bro.
And shot left-handed free throws.
He did, in honor of, bro. It was cold, bro.
Ooh, Bo Kimball. Okay.
Bo Kimball, bro, yeah.
You did the work.
Yeah, man.
Get to work.
We've been watching basketball for a long time. You have to. Basketball for a long time. Well,
No, let's not.
Yeah.
No, can't fake the
Basketball for a
culture.
long time.
We're not gonna fake the culture out here.
Can't
Okay.
fake the
All right.
culture.
No. If she's gonna go through this
I want to talk
process,
about you, though.
if she's gonna go through the process, we're not cutting any corners here.
I think what's so impressive is that y'all have like a history of March Madness, like games and people, and like
Well,
that's a lot.
let's talk about teams. The best teams that.
All right, I could do this one.
Okay. That in your lifetime that you think were the best to ever be in the tournament.
So I gotta go with UConn Huskies. I mean, they've got 11 championships, and even though they haven't had their last one was 2016. So let's hope they pull it off. Wasn't it 2016? They had 11.
They just back to back the last 2 years.
What do you mean? Like as champions?
The girls or the boys? The girls or boys?
The women's.
Okay, there you go. All right.
Yeah, she's on women's shit. All
Hey,
right,
you see how he looked at me with the death stare? Like, fuck you mean?
I'm not a fan, man. But that's why I wrestle like
Hey
you
man,
know
I was so
right.
frightening. I don't want to say anything else about basketball. They forgot I was repping the ladies. Oh my God. I feel so, I'm so scared right now. It's hot over here.
That's a good choice though. It's hard to beat down.
I mean, and then it's who is it? Tennessee.
Tennessee Volunteers.
They're 1-2, you know, and so UConn plays Oklahoma tonight. We'll see if they pull it off.
Has South Carolina and Dawn Staley put themselves in this conversation yet? You see what I'm saying?
Yes.
Yeah.
It's a bit of a dynasty.
Yeah,
Yeah.
A bit of a dynasty.
Right.
I'm not
So
mad
down.
at that.
That's-
You know, not
that's
that
my team.
conversation. USC and Juju, they out.
Let me ask y'all this then. Wait, okay, but you know what? Before I ask,
Real teams.
Kentucky teams. I'll start with the team that Twan Walker was on. They had 7 or 8 NBA pros on that actual
96, I think. 1996.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
96 or 97. one or the
Yeah,
other.
Walter McCartney, Antoine Walker, was it Tony?
Tony Delk.
Ooh, boy, that was loaded, bro.
Yeah.
That's cheap.
Shepard.
Yeah.
Scott Pageant.
Damn.
Yeah, it was a lot. It was there. They had a break. Even the head coach for Kentucky was on that team.
Patino? Wait. Oh, yeah.
The head coach of Kentucky now.
Yeah, right.
And he was a pro. So I mean, like I said, they went about 7 or 8 deep on that Kentucky
They
team.
won, didn't they?
They won, yes.
Right.
They definitely won. The next team for me, I guess the question would be, do they have to win the championship? So I would say yes. Yeah, to be the biggest and the brightest.
That's what your call to make.
I mean, yeah, I think you have an
gotta win the
argument
ship.
depending on a lot of different factors.
It's gonna make a lot. It's gonna change a lot of people's minds though, right there. That don't know.
Like, cause you could look at like how many Olympians were on the team, and like that's what you choose. I don't know.
I mean,
Not
those
just by champions.
Dominant
Yes.
regular season, dominant tourney. Did you win the ship?
Oh, fair.
Okay.
I think those are good. Those are good
Did
three.
you win the ship?
Oh man, I was gonna throw UNLV in there.
They won the ship.
They won the ship.
Very dominant.
90. That was 90 or 91.
1990.
Okay. And then I would
2 pros.
have to put that Duke team that beat Michigan.
Back to back them, bro.
Yeah.
Grant Hill, Christian Laettner, Thomas Hill, Antonio Lang. I hated Duke, bro. They was good though. They was good. It was great. You saw Grant Hill was coming.
Yeah.
Saw Grant Hill was coming then. The 06-07 Florida Gators. I'm sorry. Al Horford,
Back to back.
Boy Brewer, Joakim Noah, back to back them, bro.
Ooh.
The 23-24 UConn Huskies. I'm sorry. It's a few pros that came out of there.
They'll get their ass bust though.
They back to back them, bro. I'm sorry.
They would.
I can't.
They did. But okay, now if we rank that UConn team versus the teams that we just said, I
gotta see them play, bro.
I think they're bottom tier.
I gotta see them play.
You
I gotta
saw
see
them play.
Cats wasn't shooting the ball like that UConn team was, dog. It's a different era. You might get them on the boards. But how you gonna block my shot from going down there? That's my argument with all these old cats about some tough, physical 80s, 90s. Man, these cats, you gotta pick stuff up at the other 3-point line. He ain't going down there unless he got to. If he do, he can finish. Trae Young ain't going down there. Donovan ain't gotta go down there. All these shooters, Dame Lillard, Logo Lillard, ain't gotta go down there. Bron, Luka, they ain't gotta go down there no more. Durant ain't gotta go down there no more, bro. It's a dead conversation of rough and tumble back then, but I got the 23-24 Huskies. Some teams that people probably gonna mention and shouldn't be, Fab Five need to be up there, bro. And they got pros. They were cold. They couldn't close the deal. They could not close the deal. That second variation of UNLV's team, when LJ and all them came back. They made the championship, lost to Duke.
They lost Duke.
Mateen Cleaves,
Michigan State.
State.
I hate Michigan
Nasty
State.
squad, bro. Hey, they win though, bro. They win. FSU with Charlie Ward, Sam Cassell, and Bobby Sora. Boy, that 1, 2, 3 punch was something else, bro. Just too small. These are some fans. I don't have a North Carolina team up there, bro. I don't. And think about this. I think it's 2018 or 19. Villanova had Brunson, Eric Pascal, what's the dude named Mikal Bridges, DiVincenzo. They had a bunch of pros in the squad. They won. Kentucky, the 2012 Kentucky Wildcats. I think it's AD in that squad. They had AD. They had Terrence somebody. They had Darius Miles. They had Marcus Teague. They had 5 pros in the squad, bro.
What about the Memphis team that Derrick Rose was on that lost in that?
They didn't close the deal. That AD team won.
All right, so what if we talking about teams that lost the championship? I would love to see Fab Five against Derrick Rose Memphis team.
Fab Five smacking them, bro. They put Rose in the post all day long. Who's stopping D Rose? Who's stopping Chris Webber, bro? Real talk. They blocked the blocker, bro. Chris Webber, how low from C. Webber to J. Howard, or block the block Howard on this block, Howard on that block, bro. It was crazy. Nasty team, bro. What did him in though was no real point guard. No shot at Jalen. He's not your traditional point guard. They didn't have anybody to kind of run the offense like that, though. They had great passing big man. They had Jimmy King and Ray Jackson, elite athletes and defenders, bro. Wasn't enough shot making.
All right, I think this is a further conversation that we can put on pause for now.
Facts.
You think?
I think so. So
you trying to sit down.
where we at? This episode 245. Keeping it all the way live.
I made it through March Madness.
I know. We got more. There's more.
Hey, I can't wait. I'm going to Chicago Wins. Shout out to our first ladies professional tackle football team. And I will be writing about it. So it is literally my first piece.
What are they going to be wearing?
They wearing full tackle.
Give me lingerie.
You like the lingerie league?
Give me lingerie
It's
league.
the players from the lingerie league actually playing this time this league.
Get their clothes up out of there. Lingerie league, me please.
This is
He said,
episode
please.
245. We out.
Oh my goodness. So funny.
We are oppressed. We are
Yeah.
We are downtrodden. We are denied not only civil rights, but even human rights.
We on the corner.